As a web designer using Bricks Builder, there are lots and lots of repetitive tasks. But if you want to speed up your overall work process, there's one plugin that I would 100% recommend. That's called Advanced Themer. If you want to learn more about Advanced Themer, you can check out this video I've released previously, also link in the description down below. But today we're going to take a look at focusing on one key aspect of this, and that's the Advanced CSS or the CSS Superpower function. We're also going to tie this in to the recipes function. But let me show you the problem and how we're going to use these tools to rectify it, and also make our whole process of doing this over and over again on various different parts of our templates and designs very quick and easy. So this is our example. It's a typical blog listing. You can see we've got a couple of different card designs, but we have some inherent issues. First of all, to be semantically correct, we've set these up as an unordered list, as you can see over on the right-hand side, and each of these card designs is a list item. With that, we get the inherent problem of this extra space on the left-hand side. Now, we could easily go into the style and just correct this by setting it to 0, but it's not a very elegant way of working. You'll also notice we don't have the ability to click any of the overall card. So we need to rectify that as well to make the overall card clickable without having to have various different links set up. Just use one link. So to do all of this, we could, like I say, manually set everything up, but it's so much quicker and easier to use the Advanced CSS and Recipes function to be able to set these up and just apply them like that. So let's do it. First of all, let's come up to the AT menu at the top. And from there, we're going to go into Advanced CSS. Now inside here, we've got style sheets and we've got recipes. Style sheets allows us to manage the style sheets associated with our site, and we can create new style sheets if we want to. But in this example, we want to focus on the recipes. Now there are a couple of community recipes here, but we want to create a new custom recipe. So first of all, let's deal with that issue with the spacing because we're using an unordered list and list items. So we'll give this a name and hit enter or return. That's now created our new recipe. Over in the main area, this is where we can drop in the code we want to use. So I've already created the code, so all I'm going to do is simply paste this in, and you can see all this does is set the list style to none, get rid of any padding or any margin on the block. And we're making sure we target the root in this example because that's the easiest way inside Bricks to target the specific element we have selected. So all we're going to do is click save and close. And now if we come over to the grid, which is our UL, with the spacing there, all we need to do is come down to where it says CSS, making sure we've got the class selected, and inside we've got Superpower CSS. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the @ symbol and start typing in what we just created, which was reset list. We'll select it, we'll hit the tab key on the keyboard, and you can see that immediately replaces that kind of short code we've used with the relevant CSS we've just set up as a recipe. Now this is a simple example, but this could be as complex as you want. Plus, you can stack more of these on top of each other. So you may have multiple different kind of recipes all applying to the same HTML tag in Bricks. You can just use the same method to kind of repeat this over and over again. So there's the first one. Let's hit save. We've now rectified the first issue. If we go and take a preview of this, you can see we've got no extra space in, but the only thing that's clickable right now is the sample post, the title. Everything else is not clickable. Not great when it comes to accessibility. So let's deal with that next. So we're going to follow the same principle. We're going to come up to our Advanced Themer, come into Advanced CSS. We're going to create a new one. For this one, we'll call it Parent Clickable. Hit enter or return. And again, I've got the code, so I'm simply going to paste that in, and we'll click save and close. And now what we can do is we can come to our card. So this is our individual card item. So we're going to use the same principle. We're going to select the class, choose the CSS, come down to our CSS Superpowers, hit the @ symbol, do parent clickable, hit the tab key, and that's now replaced everything. So now if we hit the save, again, let's preview this on the front end, and now our card is completely clickable. So the image, the title, the actual content itself, and anything else we may have inside there all becomes a clickable element. Really quick and easy. This is just another example of why Advanced Themer speeds up your productivity when working with Bricks. Simple little things like this that mean you don't have to remember the code, just a simple naming convention that you get used to. You can apply on any single site, tie it into a blueprint, and you have all of these sat there waiting whenever you create and spin up a new website. It is just a great little time saver and another reason why Advanced Themer should be in everybody's Bricks toolbox. Anyway, if you want to learn more about working with advanced thema and the settings that I use, you can check out this video next. And if you want to find out more about working with bricks, blueprints, and so on, links are in the description down below. My name is Paul C. This is WPTuts. Until next time, take care.